You guys keep saying we're crazy for living in LA, but I just want to know why y'all hate us. Especially in the comments. Jeez, rough out here for LA. Okay, so let me break it down. The number one complaint we get about living here in LA is that it's expensive. And guess what? It's expensive. There's no sugarcoating that. But what we haven't talked about are ways to seriously get around it and survive and thrive here. And honestly, this can apply to any major metropolitan area where there's rising costs. You can benefit from this advice as well. I'm Amber Hickman, your South Bay LA realtor. Welcome to Atypical Wealth. I give you home hacks. I love making home feel like home. So wherever home is to you, subscribe to the channel so you can get home care tips and ways to maximize your space, all that fun stuff. It's what we do here. The average cost of a one-bedroom apartment here in LA is a little over $2,000 per month. I've lived a lot of Los Angeles life. I've lived on my own. I've lived on my own in a studio. I've lived on my own in a one-bedroom. I've lived on my own in a house. You name it. From experience, I can tell you if you want to cut costs, collaboration really is your best bet. However, be aware of what you're giving up, whether it be with a romantic partner or a roommate. I found that it is better for me to pay the money so I can do stuff like this, create content, enhance my space. I get recharged in my space by making sure home is exactly as it should be. And I get very anxious when I feel like things are out of place. So decide what home is worth to you. Consider if collaboration is worth the savings. And no, it doesn't have to be a forever thing. I've given myself a year before living with a friend before I go out on my own just because I want to stack some cash. I use that to save up for my down payment for my house. Whatever your goal is, think about the big picture and make your housing fit the big picture. And be aware that paying more money to live is not always a consequence. Sometimes it's a benefit, depending on where you're trying to go. Let's talk about traffic, commuting, and housing. They all kind of go together. So sometimes saving money is not always the best thing. I've commuted from the Inland Empire to Los Angeles working a 9-to-5 job before, and it's insane. And if you don't know where those places are, let me just paint the picture in time. An hour and 20 going there, starting around 5 a.m., and then an hour and 40 minutes minimum to get home. That's if you don't take the fast track, which could cost you $20 per trip. That was too much for me in my early career. But one thing it did do is give me a perspective of how valuable it is not to commute. I can't go back. I will never go back. It changed my life, honestly. And I know what some of you are thinking, well, where I work or where I want to live, it's just too impossible. Hey, guys, nothing's impossible. We just got to think, what leverage points do we want to pull? If I want to live in Beverly Hills, I can. I just know that maybe I'm not going to get the space that I want right away, or maybe I'm going to live with somebody else, rent a room. I got to be flexible in some respect, but just know, choose your right non-negotiables here in LA, because you choose the wrong one, it could lead to a world of suffering. And I've listened to every podcast possible when actually being on that highway. I learned a lot, but I don't recommend it. I don't think that's a good quality of life. So choose your poison and choose your benefit. If you choose to live close to where you work, it leads to a higher quality of life. Think about how many times you went to get a cup of coffee at the office and heard about the drive-in. I no longer can relate to that, and I am thrilled about it. Because I'm in a major metropolitan area, I have options to get to where I want to go, and I hardly ever choose a car. This is something I had to work up to. If you're feeling like that's not there for you just yet, let's paint the path so you can get there. Maybe consider stacking up a little while longer where you are, but be looking at places. Be looking at where you want to pay rent or mortgage so you can start creating a realistic path of how to get there. You don't have to do that alone. I'm here to help guide you through that journey. That's the fun part. The benefit of being in LA is all of the culture, all of the food, all of the eclectic energy. It's always changing and it's so diverse. I love that. Starting with the food. It might be unfamiliar for some people to get food from a truck, but that's where all the good stuff is. We have so many amazing restaurants that it's even hard to choose sometimes. Everything from Koreatown to Thai Town to Little Cambodia down on Long Beach. The richness of the culture, richness of the flavors, you really can't beat here. As amazing as all these LA restaurants are, you may not want to go all the time if you plan to survive here. I have to say it, and honestly, it's true. You will absolutely kill your budget if you habitually DoorDash from these restaurants. And unless you got it like that, I will not tell you how to spend your money, but I'm gonna guess we all have room for improvement, right? So don't Order out. Pick your day, pick your time, pick your happy hour, and enjoy the city, but do it within moderation. I just realized I'm a whole realtor, but I'm giving life advice. But I feel like when you're choosing a home, that is your entire life. So you have to learn how to function, right? So hey, rock with me. I go to 4 stores on a regular basis. One of them, Costco. I go at least once a month. The other one, Trader Joe's, because it's fire and you get so much variety of flavors and you really don't have to choose. It can be affordable. Just try to avoid all those prepackaged goods because they add up really fast. Make sure you stick with actual ingredients to make food if you really want to see some savings when you're there. Because I'm both bougie and also really cheap, I go to Food for Less and I go to Whole Foods. And I love them both equally. I mean, they're totally different and I love them both. Whole Foods gives me all those unique dairy-free offerings. Food for Less gives me my everyday staples. You get a bang for your buck. And if you've never been to a Food for Less, honestly, you're missing out and so is your wallet. You'll also catch me at a variety of international grocery stores when I want some unique flavors, when I need to pick up some oyster sauce, fish sauce, some authentic curry. I love that LA can supply it and that I don't have to choose. Whatever I'm craving from that restaurant, I challenge you to figure out at least once a month how to make one of those things. You're gonna save so much money. I'm so excited for you. Maybe it's not the same as a sexy rooftop ambiance, that's okay. But you're gonna have money in your pocket to spend on the next round. Try it, I think you'll love it. LA culture honestly gets a bad reputation sometimes. Yes, we can be spacey, yes, we can be colorful, and yes, we might be one of the only cities offering aura photography. Yeah, first time I saw that too. So, I mean, yes, we're eclectic and maybe we stand in line for really good coffee every once in a while because that's just who we are. All of that aside, I think you should still be able to experience the city without breaking the bank. One of the major complaints I get about being in LA, and this is from the people that just move here and the people that live here, is that as many people as there are, it can be a lonely place. LA does not hand you community. In fact, I would argue that traffic, economics, costs, all of it does a really good job of actually separating you from community. I'm not talking about people living with family. I'm talking about professionals just trying to make it over here. I have found people that are in more creative professions tend to have a natural sense of community, but if you're kind of just a regular person, it could be pretty challenging. You need to work to build that yourself, and it may not be as much work as you think. The beautiful thing about so many different people coming together in one place is that they all have their unique interests, and you can look online and find somebody that's really into chess, badminton, volleyball, you name it. I'm not into any of those things. One thing I did do is actually join a run club. Never did I ever think I would run for fun, but it was a great way to meet people in my area. Still don't love the running, but I actually love connecting with people that live nearby. It makes my neighborhood feel personal. We see the same crazy things on the street. We work in the same areas. We live similar lifestyles. It's so good to connect. I even wanted to try stand-up comedy once. After a few open mics, other comedians invited me to other open mics. Next thing you know, we're following each other on Instagram. You have this community, but you do need to extend your arm out and ask for it, and be ready to receive and support other people and their ambitions within that community as well, and you're connected. Most of us need that human connection to thrive, so lean into it. If for whatever reason you hate LA, I have to ask you the question, where do you live? What block do you live on? What didn't you like about it? These are the kind of things that I ask clients all the time to get a sense of, are you making a huge mistake when looking at a home in that area? Do you know that area? Do you know what you like, right? Because it makes a huge difference. LA, 1 2-mile radius to the next can be totally different from one another. 1 block to the next can be totally different from one another. So make sure you have a good grip on what truly feels like home to you. And if you're really not sure, then talk to somebody that knows the area you're considering very well to get a true sense of what it might be like to live there. It's no secret that LA has its share of homelessness. It has beautiful places, and then it has places that you're wondering, what happened here? Why aren't we doing anything about this? As hard as I go for my city, I think that all the time. Sometimes I wish we could just make it all better, but it's true. One area to the next can be a completely different experience, and you want to make sure that you're choosing the right space for you. Myself, I've lived in Carson, Torrance, Long Beach, LA, 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 LA. I've lived all over Los Angeles, and I can tell you, completely different experience and prices, depending on where you're trying to go. It's helpful to know what you like before you start your LA journey or consider coming back to LA, so that even if you're not able to get what you want right away, you can start building a plan to get there. I want to bring this all back to housing at the end of the day, because it's usually going to be your biggest expense and the biggest factor that determines whether or not you survive or thrive here in LA, because your environment shapes you. The people around you affect you. Are you living around people that you want to be like? Because one spot in LA will push you to be your best, while others will push you to complacency. Your environment really shapes how you feel and how you move. For example, when I was living in Long Beach, I was much more laid back. I enjoyed long walks by the beach. Yes, I know, stereotypical, but it was so fun. It had a laid back energy, great food, great restaurants, also a lot of the same diversity that I love here in LA City, a lot more houses, a lot more families, really great schools. It was both suburban and city all at once, and from 3 blocks to the next, it could be a completely different experience, but I enjoyed most of them. But I did find when I was living there, things were just chill. Like, I was chill. And in some ways that was great, but in other ways I felt like I still had a lot more growing to do professionally. I still wanted to push myself to get more clients. And I felt like that city wasn't helping me do that, right? It was giving me a nice warm hug, but it wasn't pushing me. Well, LA, sometimes it pushes you to the brink. All right, you see homeless people on the street, you see luxury high rises next to torn down buildings that haven't been rented for years. You know, it kind of breaks your heart to see that disparity, but in all of that, you see a lot of people working to try and do their best, be their best, and it's super inspirational. It makes me want to be better, and that's one of the things I love about being here. I get to choose my own adventure. And I promise you, I want to get back to chill, but this is not that chapter. I love that one LA neighborhood could be one chapter and the next one could be another, and all together, it's the book of my life, and I love my life here. This is an oversell, but I mean, I do. Why we stay might feel really crazy to some people, while others just get it. Most of the people that come here have to be here, whether it be for an opportunity, an aspiration, you name it, family, maybe you're born here. I firmly believe that if LA is not for you, you should explore other places. There's so many amazing places I haven't been yet, and I look forward to discovering all of them. I almost look forward to the place that makes me not want to live in LA, because that place is gonna be awesome. I want to know, what do you love about your home? What helps you survive and thrive there? From my LA people, I'm curious, do you see yourself staying? Are you on your way out? What's holding you back from living your best life here? Let's start the conversation in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.